live. I think we're live. Yeah, we are live. Hey, what's up, Justin? What's up? What's up? Imagine if I win the first game of the season and match my win total in one game. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Oh, man. How y'all doing today? I'm doing great because I took the day off. Oh, you're at work, no sound. Got it. All right. So, making sure everything's running properly. A lot easier to stream when I'm not using the emulator for college football. Sorry, I'm still setting a couple things up before we get into the actual game. I think we're good. Hey, what's up, Cody? No picks. That's my goal. My goal every game is to not throw an interception. All right. So, for those of you that have followed me through this, I'm going to do a quick recap of the offseason for the Panthers because I didn't stream any of my offseason stuff. So for those of you outside the UGL, you probably don't know what all changes I made to my team. So we are going to go through the depth chart real quick, because my opponent is waiting on me, so I'm just going to kind of speed through because I don't want to keep him waiting too long. So, quick, going through the rosters. Hey, what's up, Noah? Okay. So, quarterback, our first overall pick, Malik Willis, takes over for Sam Darnold, and also we gutted our backups. We got Josh Rosen off free agency and George Watkins with a 7th round pick. Watkins is only a 59, but he's there as depth, so I'm not really worried about him. Running back, Christian McCaffrey, obviously. 3rd round's probably a good steal of a pick. Isaiah Spiller, 77 overall, already up to a 78 because of morale. I don't know why he's got morale. He's running a 1-16 team, but looking great. Hubbard and Rodney Anderson follow him up. No fullbacks. Wide receivers, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Deontay Harris from free agency, Eric Ezukanma, a rookie out of Texas Tech, and Terrace Marshall. Tight end, Dalton Schultz and Tommy Tremble. I ran out of cap space, so I only have 2 tight ends. Yay for me. Left tackle, rookie Darian Kennard. Free agent Mitchell Schwartz. Cam Irving returning. Left guard, Eric Flowers, free agent signing. Pat Elflein returning. Dennis Daly returning. Center, Ian Pocic returning our free agent signing as a center. Austin Corbett, free agent signing as a right guard. Returning Taylor Moton and Brady Christensen. Left end, returning Brian Burns and Daryl Johnson. Right end, returning Morgan Fox and Yetur Gross-Matos. Defensive tackle, returning Derek Brown, rookie Perion Winfrey, and backup Davion Nixon. Outside linebacker, free agent Justin Harris and John Simon. Middle linebacker, free agent Devondre Campbell, and returning Jermaine Carter and rookie DeMarvion Overshone. Right outside linebacker, Shaq Thompson returning. Harold Landry re-signed. I used him to basically replace Hassan Reddick. Quarterback, C.J. Henderson, J.C. Horn, free agent Levi Wallace, returning Troy Pye, Cord Elder, and Kadar Hallman. Safety, Jeremy Chin, Miles Hartsfield, and the other safety, A.J. Boye, Sam Franklin, and rookie Isaiah Polamau. Kicker, signed Greg Zerline. Punter, returning Joseph Charlton. There's your roster. You can't see. I at least said all the names, right? I didn't want to take too long, and I forgot what scene I was on. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm ready to go. So we are playing the Saints in week 1, divisional opponent. Let's see how we can start the season. And we are searching. Let's do this. New quarterback, new offensive line, new linebackers. Same everything else, pretty much. But he's going all gold for his. Let's go with the away. All right, let's do this. This ought to be interesting. My goal is to not throw interceptions. So
there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
By the way, sorry about the not having the street name while we're looking for my players.
As their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set.
I wanted to yo, what's up, Big Boy? How you doing, man? All right, goal. No interceptions, and don't go 1-16. Let's go.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Those of you watching and looking at what plays I'm about to run, you guys probably can guess what playbook I'm using for this team. Cody already knows. He already talked with me about it.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
Here's a throw out wide to
I got lucky on that one. I didn't expect that linebacker to get there that quickly.
Here up to the 34. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Well, just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
First down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Got a first down. I didn't go 3 and out.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance.
Oh, come on. I'm just doing an audible.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
That's not good.
They run with McCaffrey.
I couldn't get past my own line.
He will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you
what's up, Denver?
At varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but
and this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, that's not a good start in terms of offside and then 2 straight, no yard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMario
I didn't throw an interception. I didn't try to
sack
force
that
it.
time. Joseph Charlton to the punt team on now for the Panthers.
My offseason, I think it went fairly well, minus the fact that I misused my cap space because Madden's trash at letting you know how to handle your money.
40-yard punt, no
So I have
return.
51 out of a possible 53 on my roster because I'm out of cap space. Other than that, went pretty well. I got the first overall pick. I took Malik Willis as my quarterback. Redid my entire offensive line except for Moton. Got a bunch of good linebackers. So I was pretty happy with it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody he just snuck
Neither of
out
us
there
can
and
get
just
the
get a
run
nice
down.
first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the first
Hey,
down
Meyer,
will lost a
it's
couple.
not up
Now
to
they come
me.
up 2nd and 12.
That would be a question
Now it's
for
Jackson.
the commissioners.
Eluding the pressure right.
Okay,
And he gets this up across the 35
any big
before he's out of
movements?
bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
OBJ got traded to, I can't remember. I traded away Gilmore to the 49ers for a 2nd-round pick.
Now it's Jackson.
He was wide.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get
Scored.
off
I
the
should
field
have that
here
as a
on
command,
3rd down.
honestly.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing down.
Welcome in, Meyer.
It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did
I know
we do
they're trying
on
to
3rd down?
possibly start
That's a nice
like
start for
a
them in this
development league, which is essentially the
On 4th
2nd
down,
league.
The punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made,
Please tell
but
me I
now we'll
didn't
have
run
to
into
see
the
about the
kicker.
penalty. So
Oh,
this
just a
will be
block.
accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Hey, what's up, Rain? Thank you for coming in on the YouTube side. Appreciate it. And I need to put alert command in my YouTube. I have one in my Twitch. Yeah, this is PS5 League.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey.
Get a 1st down with McCaffrey there.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't
There we
get
go.
you.
I thought one of the commissioners was here. I just don't have it as a command. I need to set it up.
They've got to control the edge and make sure no
Man with
one
Mike,
from
he's
the
one of the
outside
commissioners.
can spill the play before he gets there.
Oh, come on. Block for me, please.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have
get that
to
1st
throw it.
down.
You can come back with a strong
I'm gonna
run
not
game
cover
if you
my
want
wide
to.
receivers. I'm
And
gonna
if
hit
you're
him
in
with those
4th down
workouts.
territory, that really opens things up for you.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, had his team run to the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there,
what's up,
that
Zachary?
should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
CJ Spiller with his 1st NFL carry gets 9 yards. Oh, no, his 2nd NFL carry. He lost 2 the 1st.
Not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
No, Denver, I just need to add Luck as a command.
Or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Another run, this time McCaffrey.
Get it?
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Should have kept the read option. Malik Willis would have had that.
And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his 1st punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
I should have kept it with the read option.
Punt, no return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Kamara trying the right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That's their rookie Dotson.
That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's got this
unnecessary roughness. Are you
shy
kidding
of
me?
40 before he's out of bounds.
Golly.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. We're scoreless after 1. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Get him behind the line. Let's go.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
And he's eaten up
I
at the line of scrimmage.
Stuck in the
Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Jackson.
Give me that pick, baby. Give me that pick. Let's go.
J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get
It's on the other side now. It's not me throwing them anymore. Well, I don't
Charles,
want to
not
speak
only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points.
that feels so good right there.
You're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll lead here to a third down. They'll set up to throw.
C.J. Spiller with a first down.
His running back complete. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Another completion there. We think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken.
Let's go. Oh, he got me.
Well,
I thought I could break
that. It could be an albatross.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Oh, it's Isaiah Spiller. C.J. Spiller's someone. There's someone named C.J. Spiller, right?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
It was a
and
hole.
he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught right side by Anderson. Touchdown Panthers.
Touchdown Panthers. Let's go.
Robbie Anderson. 23 yards
Let's go.
for the touchdown. As his guys are first
Malik
on
Willis
the scoreboard
with his first NFL passing touchdown.
Now Zerline on for the extra point.
Robbie Anderson's screenplay with Moore and Dalton Schultz out in front springs him for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline.
It feels good when a scheme is actually starting to work, because he's selling out hard for the triple threat running with CMC, Spiller, and Willis,
to the 19, so
and that allowed that screenplay to work. Oh yeah, the Shadows. Who are you? You're not the Bengals, are you? No, you were the Bengals last time. Who are you this time?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Got the pressure on him.
Downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride.
I was trying to get Landry into a flat route.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'm smiling now, but this game is far from over.
Position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing.
I had a lot more fun with Willis than I ever did with Sam Darnold. That's for freaking sure.
Now a 1st down carry.
Why did he cut that back inside? He had all the outside.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it.
By the way, I really appreciate you guys watching on the YouTube side as well as the Twitch side, because I am trying to get YouTube partner at some point. That's my main goal. That's why I took off Twitch affiliate.
Running game as well, and they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He pulled one of my plays on me.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the
I like how you guys are using my chat to discuss how you're doing your game instead of using Discord.
It's a real teamwork play, because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Oh, please. Okay.
It's incomplete. Took a shot.
Yeah, I'm dual streaming. That's the chat over there. It's combining my Twitch and my YouTube chat, so you guys can, if you guys can see me, if you hear me responding to someone in one of my other chats, you can see what they said, so that you're not like watching me on YouTube and I'm replying to someone on Twitch. You're like, who are you talking to?
Here now is 2nd and 10.
I can't obviously put a Twitch chat into a YouTube chat, but this is
Jackson. They'll get this out to Kamara.
That was not a good tackle.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard.
Yeah, I'm dual streaming right now to both Twitch and YouTube.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
So much goes into
He's switching to a lot of 2 tight end sets now.
How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball down.
I have a touchdown, and I made an interception instead of my opponent. I picked him off in the end zone with J.C. Horn earlier. What's up, D-Matt?
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
I almost got him with Brown.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Back him up.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
I was saying it. I said at the beginning of stream, D-Mac, wouldn't it be crazy if I matched my win total in the first game of the season? Oh, I'm not using the Panthers playbook. I am definitely not using that.
To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
He's going to go for it.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I'm excited you're back too, Shadows. He is going for it.
Here's Kamara on the lead option. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the
Yes, it is a Kuechly jersey.
2 minutes on the clock.
I'm a Panthers fan from the day I was born. Didn't have a choice. It was all my dad. My dad grew up outside of Charlotte, so he grew up a Panthers fan. Well, now he didn't. No, wrong. He didn't grow up a Panthers fan because the Panthers didn't exist yet. He was a Dolphins fan until the Panthers
in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL
what I can do to stop him before
here on this opening weekend. Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
Oh, I covered that swing pass.
Second pick of the game, probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated.
Oh, Cody's like, I don't want to play you week 1. I'm not excited.
There. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
Oh my gosh, what in the world is that?
And that's going to be too high.
That was the largest rainbow shot I'd ever seen.
Love the concept, but you got to leave a little room
on
the sideline.
Got an incomplete pass out of it.
Into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Yes, good defense. Knocked free by Landry. There we go.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
Player appearance. I have no idea if you can edit player appearances. That's not a question for me. I'm not a commissioner.
They feel like he can win every battle.
All right, so they put 3 on the board. I've got time to get down the field.
And that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive,
oh my goodness,
you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
All right, let's see what we can do.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I
don't
know
their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
Dalton
you
Schultz with a
look
quick
at the
out.
and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll look to throw here.
I messed up.
Trying to fit it into more, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have.
That's where my bad reads come into play.
From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the
I assumed that he was going to be open because I was watching the defender that was on him, not the defender that was inside.
It's now 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now.
I saw the other defender back up, and I didn't see him slide over until it was too late.
No return.
As soon as I pressed the button, I knew it was
and
done.
the drive will begin at the 25.
I mean, right now it's 1-1. The problem is he got a pick 6 out of his. I picked his off in my own end zone.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
The rookie Izukanma.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He's been okay. He's only that pick was only his 2nd quote-unquote incompletion, and that play right there was his first rush.
Back to throw here.
Ah, frick.
That would almost intercept.
Oh, he dropped it. Okay.
Not a good throw.
He moved his user back just in time.
I think he's got to be careful not to force
anything
into coverage right there.
Oh yeah, you're right, because he's number 5 at Liberty.
The best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
What's up with that play?
Looking to throw.
What in the world?
Flushed out under pressure.
Why was my receiver running backwards? Did you guys see that?
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
I got so confused by my receiver running backwards that I wasn't paying attention to everything else.
Punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
I'm starting to get frustrated. Calm myself down.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Escaping the pressure right. It's Williams on the catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
I start getting frustrated.
of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Jackson on 1st down.
All right, forcing
and too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we
he tried to shake me, but I wasn't going to overcommit.
Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back
close game. I made
the second half.
My one big mistake, you got to pick 6 out of. Other than that, I've played great.
The end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
My defense has held them out of the end zone. My offense has been pretty good, minus the one mistake.
Drive the New Orleans offense.
So I just got to make sure I don't make another mistake.
They've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half.
He has all the
find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Kamara with a 1st down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push-up field was strong defensively.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Why couldn't?
And that will be incomplete.
It didn't let me switch
over
to
dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
All right.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because
5-6 Deontay,
want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Throw left side, McCaffrey got it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Of course he fumbled it.
The Saints say they have it, and they do.
I'm pressing the frickin' slide button.
And a safe touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack.
I'm pressing the slide button. He doesn't slide, and he fumbles.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson, throw complete there to Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, again, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and deliver the football. While the offensive linemen, they may be nameless and faceless to a lot of people, they certainly aren't to their teammates who are the skill position guys. They appreciate the heck out of them, and they're capitalizing.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Jackson now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick
If it
is
wasn't
good.
for my two
And that will make this now a 15-point
with
advantage.
the pick 6 and the
So
punt
the lead
recovery,
was here
the game would be 9-7. He scored 2 touchdowns. He scored 2 defensive touchdowns.
They've
That's the only
definitely
one he
been
scored.
stout so
I'm the
far,
only
but
one.
now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for
I only
70
scored an
yards,
offensive touchdown.
this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just went. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all those rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here.
I'll be okay.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame at this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That one complete to Anderson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. It's Jackson. And he checks this one down to Williams. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara.
I'm not on PC. I'm on it's PS5. It's a PS5 league. And this is an actual league. Welcome in, though. Welcome in, gaming player, bro. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. I am playing like garbage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
As usual.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He pulled it in one-handed.
Call the timeout to stop my momentum.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left.
Touchdown, DJ Moore.
In the end zone for the Carolina touchdown.
Woo.
DJ Moore.
That felt better.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
All right, that feels better. Finally got some success in the passing game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left.
Oh, come on.
And he will slide to a
Frick,
stop.
Man.
He does have the first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
Oh, come off it.
He's got the first down and then some. There he goes, right side. Pushing his way through. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the 4th quarter. So, you know, there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around.
My defense was doing well up until the end.
Conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Problem is he scored 2 defensive touchdowns. That was the big issue.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from it.
Well,
get it
more.
This is
taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Carolina. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
I'm finding the holes in his defense now.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, frick.
And he's going to go down here. A sack.
My offensive line's not
back
blocking
to the 34.
Cameron
Jordan
like
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And
the worst part of this whole thing is
they
that
practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down
is
a game.
that
right now,
the turnovers that I gave up were defensive touchdowns, and that put me way behind. The turnover I got, it was a big play because I picked him off in the end zone, but I didn't get points out of it like he did.
That's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That was the big difference. It's just frustrating. It's just going to feel like more of the same.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Pete Warner. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way.
All right, well, I'm losing again.
Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
This better not be another season like last one.
I think okay. He's the
might
guy in
just
all the
stop
commercials
putting
now,
that
right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So frustrating.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot
Especially
of people
when I'm
watching
trying to
this
hit
one
the slide button
thinking
on the
to
play that
themselves,
he
"Okay,
fumbled it
halftime
too.
was really interesting. Probably took the
That was
paint
the
off the wall
dumbest
for some
thing.
of the words that were said.
Madden and their freaking
But I
QB
get the
slides are
sense
the
that it was
worst.
much more of the adjustments they made. They
Press
came
the
in with a
button and it
game
takes
plan
5 years
that
for
we
them to
saw
slide.
that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark.
I don't want to go
took
through
off.
another
It's
season
really
like
nice to
Rockland.
watch
I
in the
really
second
don't.
half.
I really don't. And it's already
So
off
for
to
New
the same start.
Orleans, that'll be a happy locker
My
room
offensive
as
line
they
can't
start
block,
this
which forces
season
me to make
1-0.
bad passes.
And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers
And I improved my
will come to
offensive line
town.
too.
Meanwhile, for Carolina, they go down to defeat
And
here
the turnovers
in the
I had
opener.
today
There they'll look to
turned
regroup
were-
next week
like,
as
he
they
got
head to LA
pick sixes out
to
of
take
them.
on the Rams.
He got touchdowns out of his turnovers, and I didn't. I mean, 20 of 30 for 296 and 2 touchdowns is fine. That's a really good game, but he threw 3 interceptions. One of them was kind of bullcrap. And I also couldn't get anything going on the ground either. Surprise, surprise. I can't frickin'... my guys can't frickin' block for me. So... Alright, well, at least Willis gets an upgrade. Morale's already down 1. Maybe give him +3 to his awareness. Are you kidding me? Alright. Alright, well. Surprise, surprise, I lost. What else is new? All right. Well, that's it. Lost the opening game of the season. Surprise, surprise. And that's just the way it is. So, until next time, I'm going to figure out how to not throw interceptions. The problem is I can't practice this because I promise you, offline plays differently than online in terms of timings and button input delays. I promise you. I'm a lot better because of the precision I can get with offline play. I'm a lot better when I'm playing offline. But the fact that there's button delays when you're playing online, it cost me on the slide where Willis fumbled. So yeah, it cost me on the slide where Willis fumbled. It cost me on timings with my receivers on their routes. I will win more than one game, I promise you. I will get better. At least I didn't throw 4 or 5 interceptions. I only threw 3, which is way better than my average last year. Let's see. What's 70 divided by 17? What's 70 divided by 17? That's over 4 interceptions a game. I beat my average. I've beaten my average. I averaged 4. Did I really average 4 interceptions a game? I did. I averaged 4 interceptions a game. So I beat my average at least. But in any case, we'll look to improve. We'll get there eventually. As long as I win more than 1 game, I'll call that a success. But if this keeps frustrating the heck out of me, I might just... I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just constantly frustrating. Like, so many things happen that, like, I feel like I can't control. Like, if it was me making all the mistakes and everything going... And me making everything go against me, it's fine. But Madden makes a lot of things go against me, too. So, it's whatever. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to go and decompress. But, let's find someone on Twitch to raid for those of you that are over here on my Twitch. We'll go ahead and raid over to X Sammy, because he is doing his uNFL game. So we will go do that. I am typing in the wrong chat. There we go. All right. So we are going to go over and raid Sammy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, guys, stay blessed and take care. Wrong button. There it is. Peace out.